are welcome to Sister Sister right here on Channel 1 TV, and if you're listening, it's 97.3 City FM. My name is Kata, and it's still Pink October, and I hope you all are going out there to get yourself checked. It's very important. I'm going to keep on saying it until October is over, and maybe a bit of November. I might remind you if you did it. So if you haven't gone out there to get yourself checked, it's important you get yourself checked. To all men, you should also check yourself. And if you've done that, carry your wives along and your sisters and your daughters, everyone. Just go get checked. Very important, because the early detection actually saves lives. So please, let's do this together. Now, remember that this is the longest running relationship show on air, and we get to read all the letters that you send to us via sistersisterislive@gmail, and we try to help you find solutions when it comes to those relationship problems that you are facing. A very big thank you to Gino for holding us down always. So if you're making your stews, your sauces, your soups, your rice, everything that is great food, you should be using Gino. I don't know why you're not using Gino, but when you use Gino, you will come back and thank me later. Anyway, thank you so much, Gino, for holding us down. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I will be introducing the sisters. And a little birdie told me we have a surprise on the show today. Don't go nowhere, we'll be right back.
Kudos. Remember what I told you. Whenever you face a challenge, never chicken pout.
Just eat the chicken.
No.
Use Kivo 100% natural 3-in-1 mix of ginger, garlic, and onion powder for steaming all your delicious meat, fish, and chicken, and also good for stews and soups. No salt, no MSG, no preservatives. It's 100% natural 3-in-1 mix.
I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 100% natural ginger, garlic, and onion powder. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more is Sister Sister right here on Channel 1 TV, and if you're listening, this is City 97.3 FM. Now it's time for me to introduce the sisters. Whew. The beautiful, elegant Rosie is right in front of me. Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Chris.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm doing good.
The color of your dress reminds me of fire. It's like, come on,
I know, there's so much fire inside me.
Oh, we're going to unleash it on this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome, Rosie.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
moving on to the next is our returned prodigal daughter, Ajovi. Ajovi, I'm going to be calling you prodigal daughter until I know that you're not going anywhere again.
I really am a prodigal.
How are you,
daughter.
Ajovi?
I'm well.
We've missed you on the show.
I've missed you too.
How's everything?
Everything is perfect.
You're looking all nice and green. That's the thing, oh.
That's why I'm in green.
Have you been watching her social media?
I've been seeing.
Oh my God. It's like the social media, you could actually smell money on the social media.
Hey. I receive it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Because I know you will take me out if it's
I
there.
will, definitely.
Now, we actually have a surprise on the show. I told you we have a surprise on the show. And you're wondering, what's the surprise? Who is the surprise? What is it? Okay, let me just break it down to you. Ladies and gentlemen, so today on the show is called Sister Sister, but it feels like today is going to be called Sister Brother. Just for today, Sister Brother. And we have a brother on the show, and the brother on the show, it's no other person than the musician. He's an author, and he's the founder of Love Quotation by OK, and he's the ambassador of Waylead, and also a climate ambassador, and also a Made in Ghana ambassador. Do I still need to tell you the name? You haven't guessed right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Ochami Kwame, the Love Doctor. And hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
I know, I was going to say he has embarrassed us. He is totally in pink, while we are doing other colors on our mantle.
Yes.
Oh my God. How are you?
Apioko said I should come in pink.
Yeah.
And she was very, very firm I didn't want to disappoint. You know, I love
Right.
your God.
And you
Yeah.
haven't disappointed.
And you haven't
I
disappointed.
didn't want to
haven't.
disappoint.
You haven't. Anyway, it's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you,
It's,
thank you,
it's
thank
always nice to hear, from you, especially when it comes to the male perspective of things. And a lot of people have been asking, please, we need a male perspective. This is the male perspective. So I hope you're sitting down and listening and watching.
Yes, yes.
So are we ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, so let's get into it. Whew. Dear sisters and brother, I'm writing because I need a male perspective checked against your wisdom. I've been seeing this lady for a while, and honestly, I don't know where I stand. From the beginning, I felt a strong attraction towards her. I made my intentions clear. I was interested in a serious relationship. She, however, has never really given me a clear yes or no. What confuses me is how she still entertains me. She loves the compliments, the late night chats, and the little favors I do for her. But when it comes to defining what we are, she either changes the subject or says she's not ready. Yet, she doesn't cut me off either. It's starting to feel like she's not really into me. She just enjoys the attention I give her. I've invested time, emotions, resources, and I keep wondering if I'm just setting myself up for disappointment. So, sisters and brother, my question is, how do I truly know if she wants me or just the attention? And if it is the latter, how do I respectfully step away without feeling like I wasted my time? Thank you for listening. I trust your advice will help me and other brothers out there going through the same. A concerned brother. So we're going to start with Ochame Kwame, obviously, because he is our guest in the house today. All right, what are your thoughts?
Concerned brother, I think that first I need to commend you for sharing with us your honest frustrations, because most men cannot share what they are feeling, especially when it comes to relationship, because we are raised to become resilient and tough, bemen soon, beman kasa, so thank you very much for sharing with us. But I think that you have a solution for your problem already, because the way you have couched your problem, it seems you know what is happening. You know that this lady has not been able to tell you clearly where she wants to take you, or it is evident that she doesn't want to come along wherever
You want to go?
where you want to go. So my straight answer is that run away, because in a relationship, the more you stay with each other, the more difficult the hurdles become. The more you get closer to something, the more you see the cracks within them. So in the beginning of the relationship, it is supposed to be all rosy and all exciting, and your butterflies, and you are perfuming and flowering to the point that these things must not come up. So if these things are coming up, then it is going to be more dangerous in the future. So these are the things that I want you to consider. First, I want you to set boundaries and try to use these boundaries to find out if she will work within the perimeters that you set for your relationships. 1. 2, have a clear, concise conversation with her about the state of your relationship. Because sometimes when you are in a relationship with someone, you think that you have gotten to the point of dating exclusively, but according to them, you are just dating. You have already gone to catch feelings, but maybe based on a certain past traumatic experiences of a certain relationship that broke her, she is afraid and unwilling to
Commit to the
lower
next
her
step. Yeah.
guard or lower her inhibitions, so that you too might take undue advantage of her. So she could be afraid of something. So I would want you to have a conversation with her about her past relationships and her past traumas, and find out maybe this is her love language. She doesn't want to sort of refuse the hunter the hunt. He wants you to hunt.
Yeah.
He wants you to find her out. She wants you to figure her out.
Yeah.
And out of that process, she will know how intelligent you are and how well you are willing to take her. And I also would want you to tell her exactly how long you are willing to go along with that
the
hunt.
hunt.
After which, if she still doesn't come along, you are going to move on. But in connection with moving on, please do not be afraid to move on. Because the closer you get to an object, the brighter the cracks become.
Wow. Wow. That's deep.
The male perspective. I
Yes.
like that.
All right, Ajovi.
So, there's a difference between a woman and a girl. I think she's a girl
Okay.
because me being a woman, I'll speak as a woman and a girl, right? As girls, sometimes we do these things. We try to keep you around just for the favors, like he said, like he already said is happening. So she's keeping him around, you know, for the benefits that come with it, for the things she can get out of him. Oh, maybe I want this so and so momo, and then this guy is available. I want that, and this guy is available to provide. So it's not really, you know, okay, the hunt or anything, right? It's more of what she can get from you in the moment. And being a woman, not a girl, being a woman, I already know what I want right from day one. If I want to get to know you, I know. If I want to have a relationship with you, I know. If I want to get to know you and I want to take things slow, I know that. And if I want to take things slow, there are things I will do with you, there are things I won't do with you. Personally, I won't, you know, intentionally expect you to give me certain gifts, right? Because I know that if I do that, I'm obviously leading you to the whole commitment side of things, which obviously I do not want that, so I would. And being the typical Ajovi, if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I'll tell you. It will be clear. It won't be a thing of maybe. Let's see how it goes. It won't be a thing, no, at all. It's straightforward. And speaking with a lot of women, I know that we are like that. Women, we know what we want. We go after it. We say we move on. So this person, from what he said, I think she's a girl. She still has a little bit of maturing to do. I would advise him, like I would advise my kid brother. I have a kid brother who I look so much out for. If you were my brother, I tell you to leave her alone.
Yeah.
I always say that if you meet a girl and she goes like, you obviously profess your emotions to her, your love to her, and she tells you, I want to think about it. She's wasting your time. There's nothing to think about. What is she going to think about? Oh, maybe I like his beard. Oh, maybe I like his pink socks. No.
Why you say pink socks?
Straight bullet. You know, there's really nothing. There's really nothing to think about. You already know, okay, I like his conversation. I want to get to know this guy more. You already know. There's nothing to think about it. If a girl tells you, I'm going to think about it, she's just wasting your time. Right. So I think he should gracefully walk out of it. She will keep you, you know, hanging for a very long time, and you obviously don't want to do that. And just like he said, the longer you get closer to somebody or a thing, the more you see the cracks to it.
Right. All right. So, Rosie, it seems like this has become a trend these days. I don't know if it's the trauma that we are carrying, but it seems like when it comes to relationships these days, a lot of people don't know where they are at with relationships. You see yourself, okay, I'm talking from experience. I see myself, what are we? What do you want? Why are you disturbing me? What is it exactly? Which direction? And I hate asking that questions, but I feel like it's important. And then you see people can't really pinpoint what they want.
Yeah.
What do you think the problem is these days?
I think people are just generally afraid of commitment because they feel they are going to lose out. They have this losing out syndrome that maybe once they commit to one thing, they might lose out on the other thing. Like, you know, and it's funny, most of the time, once you commit to one thing, as soon as you blink, you see something like, oh, I should have waited one more second. Maybe this could have also been an option. So people are suffering from losing out syndrome. And people are also suffering from trends. things that are happening, things that people are doing. So they also want to follow the trend. People are suffering from genuine traumas, things they've seen their parents go through, things they've seen friends and aunties go through. They don't want to go through the same thing. So people are harboring a lot of, a lot of emotions based on which they react. But with regards to this story, I think that normally it's the men who are not defining the relationship.
Exactly, but the
it's
girl
the
is
women who
playing.
have to be asking, please, where
Where
are
are
we?
we?
What
What
are
are
we?
we? What
You
are we
know?
doing?
So it's strange that this one is the lady who is just like, I don't really, it's finding it difficult to define it. And for me, I keep saying that.
But you finish.
Yes, but I think that, you see, let me start from the end and bring it back down, because for me, I think that when you are talking to somebody and the person keeps saying something, they are not lying. Listen to them. Because she keeps saying, I'm not ready. She is not ready.
Oh, she said that?
Yes.
Oh, I remember. Why?
She says, I'm not ready. You see, sometimes, we want to hear certain things. It's like because of the love you have for the woman, you would want the woman to also reciprocate that same energy. So you keep trying, hoping that one day they would. The way women are designed, I'm not talking about all women, but generally, we fall in love with how you treat us. So if after all these years of wooing, of paying attention to her, she hasn't brought herself emotionally, I don't know when she's going to bring herself emotionally to you. As opposed to men that they love you without reason. Once they've chosen you, they have chosen you. Whether you look like a crocodile or look like a princess. Whether you can cook or you cannot cook. Whether you have a V shape or an A shape. Whatever it is, so far as they have chosen that you are the one they've chosen. But for women, even if they like you, how you treat them is what builds that affection. And when I was growing, when I was young, like she said, when I was a girl, I found it difficult professing or telling people I love you. My father is a typical like me man. We don't do I love you kisses and things at home. So even though I felt it, I remember there was a day I was out with a guy I was dating. The guy said, we've been dating for over a year. You never told me you love me. Then I said, oh, but I do. He said, say it. Look, for the 20 minutes I was standing there. I was standing there. The thing couldn't come out of my throat. It couldn't come out. But you have never said it. Say it. Then when I went home, I texted it. He said, no, I need to hear you say it. And I could never tell that guy, I love you until it was over. Maybe because I genuinely didn't. Or because I didn't know how to. But whatever the case is, it was very difficult for me to look you in the eye, eyeball to eyeball, and say, I love you. Because I'm not conditioned for that. I wasn't raised like that. It's now that I'm changing that with my kids. Because I open my mouth and tell my kids a lot, I love you. My husband occasionally, when I'm up to it, I love you. Because... yeah. So we keep doing things like maybe we're not cultivating the habit. So it could be that, I don't know how old she is. If she's young, maybe in her mind she wants to play the stretching game. Or she feels like if she suddenly tells him where they are at, all the things that he's doing will suddenly stop. The hands will stop, the attention will stop because it's clearly defined. Or maybe the guy is pushing too hard for commitment and settlement. And she is not ready to commit and settle. So she feels that as soon as she says, oh yes, let's do this, she feels like the next thing that will come is, so when are we getting married? Let's set a date, let's do this. Because they are also meant to, when they are at that time that they think they need to settle, their patience is very, very, very limited. Once they are at that stage, they know that you are the person they want, and then they are ready to settle. They work quickly towards it. They don't drag their feet too much because they know this is what they want. So I think that either she's a girl, like Ajovi said, so she's just trying to see how long she can stretch it and how long she can keep him hunting, or she's exposed to a lot of trauma that her parents have been through, or her aunties, uncles, or women in her family, or people have been through. She feels like the only way to protect herself is not to let her guard down. So she's always up. She's ready to take off. So she's in a ready to flight mode. So in case the man breaks her heart today, she won't end up in a psychiatric hospital.
Let's ask for Chami. Oh, Chami, Brosi said something that we all agree with, and that is the fact that it's usually men these days that make it hard for people to understand what they really want. Where are we going to? What are we doing? And sometimes they don't have an answer to that. What do you think is the cost of these issues today?
Men not having answers?
Yes.
I think that for the conversations I've had with women, very few women, my wife, my mother, I think that for a woman to want to spend the rest of her life with you, you need to tick 5 boxes. But the underlying philosophy is security. All females, whether it's a snake or a lioness or a grasshopper, will only mate with a male that
Provides security.
that provides security. That's the underlying philosophy. That is why they are always choosing the bigger, taller, stronger ones. So that is why the bulls will have to fight, even sometimes to death, and the strongest one will get to mate. So females are looking for security, and looking at human beings, I see 5. The first one is emotional security. This guy will not one day play with my emotions when I've invested my time. The second one is financial security. Either he has some money now or he has such a great potential that I believe in that in the next 20 years, during our pension, we will not be going back to our village. The third one is physical security. Is he good looking enough? Does he smell good? Hey, does he have, can I brag with him? Can I take him to my friends and say, yeah, this is my new man and my friends have, blah, you know, and then the other one is intellectual security. Is he smart? Can I hold amazing conversations with him? And the last one is usually sexual security.
That's
Is he swinging? Now I'm saying. So, that's what I've seen, that for a woman to choose a male to spend the rest of her life with, that man must tick these boxes, at least 3 of them, 70% of them must be ticked. And then she makes the decision to spend. So this gentleman who is saying that let us look at their social status. Who is she that she drive an S-class and he is still starting in a bank? Why? What is the cultural, socio-cultural circumstances? What is the hypergamy versus the hypogamy? Women want to be with men they can look up to. Taller, richer, powerful. Where are you? Are you a short guy? You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a high value man.
Exactly. So it's hypergamy, because for us men, we want to be with women that we set a certain level of dominance over in these 5 places. And a woman wants a man that can protect her, that she thinks, so it's hypergamy versus hypogamy. You know, so when a man is dating a woman and he is not yet ready with finances, he's not yet ready with his psychological mind frame of saying, this is the one I'm going to spend my life with. And he's, maybe because of certain signals and other things, he is unable to tell you where you are. Because it is not your problem. It is his problem.
He doesn't know where he is.
So it's a he problem.
It's a he problem. It's a man's problem, not a female's problem. Because when you are playing your role, you are feminine. He comes back from work and you have a nice conversation. Let's try that one. Let's call this friend of mine. You are doing all that, and he still is not trying to move to the next level. Then it means he is not ready. So a lot of the men are not ready, but the standards for the women have also gone up.
Which is good.
Yes, but you see, it is good though. But chance behind in you understand, P?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, exactly. So when the bag that you carry must fit the color of your shoes. You know, so if you as the woman, you don't have a C class and you expect a man to drive an S class before you marry him, then you are also you are a part of the problem. So the ladies have risen the standards a bit too high for the boys to be afraid. So I think it's a classic state of insecurity on the part of the woman, also on the part of the man. Yeah, I don't have spoken too much.
No, you have spoken perfectly. I love that. I want to answer what you said about the standards being intimidating. If I have to intimidate a man I'm with, then we are not meant to be together.
Hold on, I don't understand
Because
that. No, what?
If my achievements get a man I'm with to be intimidated, we are not meant to be together.
Because I didn't say that. That's why I'm surprised.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
No, because I heard intimidation.
That we are intimidating. The women are intimidating.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I rather
Yes.
said alluded to that fact that some of the men are intimidated.
Yes. Yes.
By the female standard.
If our standards have to intimidate a man we are with, we are not meant to be together. Then it goes to the point you made that chance in Bianin. Yes. Then we are not meant to be. We are at different stages or different levels in life. I'm not talking about just financially, emotionally, psychologically, all that. Because again, I should be able to have, certain types of conversations with you. I should be able to learn from you.
Yes.
For me, that's actually very important. If I can't learn from you, whether you are my boyfriend, whether you're my friend, I find it
some way.
Exactly. I used to know a lady that anytime I said, "Oh, let's do this, let's do that," then she would go like, we have to do this, like the mediocre way. So anytime I saw her calls, it was difficult for me to answer.
It drains you when you have a conversation with those people.
Right.
But I wanted to find out, since Ochame comments around, sometimes my problem is that as a man, you've realized that you haven't checked all these boxes and you are not there yet. Why waste another woman's time?
Yeah.
He's not
Because
wasting
the reason
time.
why I'm saying why waste, because you see, you can tell that the woman is at a stage where she really wants to commit and settle. You can tell that she truly, genuinely loves you. And you can tell that this one there, you've backed a correct merchandise.
correct
You
woman.
can tell that this is the right person. Now, you are emotionally taken from her. You are sexually taken from her. Physically, you are taken from her because some of them are even doing laundry and cooking and all of those things. She's probably, any business plan you have, you run it by her. Things like that. So at the end of the day, I'm thinking that, look, if you're not ready, why waste another woman's time? Me, I will not allow my time to be wasted, because for me, if I'm with you, who say, Charlie, I didn't far, then you do what? You just balance and find your way. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying that I think men should be able to even honestly tell their women that, look, listen, you are it. We are this, just that I'm not ready.
Right.
I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, but at least define the relationship subject to other things. So the lady can also be secure, because we have situations where you don't define it. Because when I was in school, the guy was not defining the thing. Everybody could tell that this guy was so much into the girl. The girl was dancing around the guy the whole time. Then finally, 2 years after school, the girl married somebody else. And the guy was broken-hearted for about 4 to 5 years. That his girlfriend went and married somebody else. Meanwhile, he never defined a relationship. Even when we were teasing him, he refused to accept it. That, it's not true. Oh, it's not true. Even though in his heart, he liked the girl. Why do men do this to themselves?
See, there's an African-American movie by one of the popular movie producers, the current billionaire, what's his name?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, where two black scientists who was making a certain battery, and a girl, beautiful girl, the girl sold the mother's house.
Alimony.
Acrimony.
Acrimony, sorry, yeah.
So you can see that if you watch the movie, you think that he is not ready. He's ready.
He's ready.
He has potential, but on fire. So I don't know. When I met my wife, I was 29 years old. That's 20 years ago. I wasn't ready. The car that I drove, I had a BMW. The car was so rickety that we named it the Antichrist. But she sat in the car, and when the air conditions went off and it was hot, and she got a handkerchief.
She cleaned her sweat.
Exactly. So I don't think that whether it's businesses that I've done or marriage or even having my firstborn, I don't think I have ever been 100% of fully ready to go into any venture. No human being is ever.
Yes.
You taste the
At least you
water.
knew what you wanted.
A certain percentage.
But I knew what you wanted.
And
she
I defined
knew that you knew what she wanted.
Yes, and
so
I
that's what
defined
I'm
it.
asking.
But I'm
that
saying
you don't
it-
have to have it all, but you can define and know exactly what you want.
But you see that this man in this movie he knew exactly that one day we are going to have our wedding on a boat. We are going to live in this penthouse. But now, dear, I am a scientist trying to make these batteries go international. So, but you remember that at the end of the movie, they break up and the woman loses heavily.
Heavily, yeah.
So sometimes, even when the men are trying and you can see full potential, and maybe because financially he's not made it, or financially, because if he's emotionally not there, don't marry him. If he's psychologically not there, run away. But if he takes all the 4 other boxes or 3 of them, and financially is not ready, and he's studying and he's working and taking part in apprenticeship, a lot of the women will run away.
We actually have some messages for the letter that we just read. So women often break rules and barriers for the men they are truly interested in, but stay vague with those they are not into. If she's behaving like that toward you, it means that she's not really interested. Accept it and move on instead of wasting your time. Otherwise, you'll end up waiting until she meets someone she truly loves, and then she'll tell you she never asked you to wait. So Michael Johnson is saying, you already know what to do. Attention is currency. Once it stops flowing, her true self will show. Just stop giving her attention for a week or 2. That's what Rosie said, and see how she reacts. Honestly, you don't need any advice on this. So Elizabeth K. Yamwa is saying, she doesn't like you. This is from Elizabeth. And she just likes having you around. She keeps circling back until she finds someone better. And if she doesn't, she'll settle. Hey, that's the worst I want to hear, that someone settled for me. That she'll settle for you. You are her backup plan. Take that however you want. Good morning. Vincent is saying, deep down, you already know what she wants. She's shown it clearly, even without saying it. But it's the tiny bit of stupid hope in you, thinking that if you try harder, she'll eventually give in, and that will destroy you. Just walk away and find someone who truly is ready for you. And I think we all have stupid hope sometimes, especially women. We think, oh, we can fix someone. Stupid hope of fixing people.
I think our stupid hope goes beyond a little.
We have big stupid hope. Women, right? Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
You know the guy's a Casanova, so I'll change him.
I'll pray
I
for
think
him.
it's because of situations like this that's the reason why we need to advise or train our young women and men to know better.
Right.
For me personally, like I said earlier, I always tell my kid brother, if you meet a girl and she tells you, I'm going to think about it, move on.
Right.
I see,
There's really nothing for us to think
can
about.
I disagree with you there? Suma?
Sure, please.
Because you know that our society also curates a certain form of mindset.
Yes.
So before current modern things, if you met a woman and you told her that I want to spend the rest of my
And
life,
she said okay.
she was exactly. She said
Is it
okay.
cheap?
She's cheap.
Yeah, she's
so
cheap.
she must say, I'm going to think about it. And going to think about it means talking to her aunties about you, getting her brothers to go and investigate a 40-day way into your family life, find out if you have mental problems, find out all those things, find out the history.
But how many years ago was that?
No, I'm not saying. So
And that's why things
but-
are not lasting. That's why things are not
Exactly.
lasting these days.
I think that if you can inherit your mother's ulcer, you could also inherit her
mindset.
her mindset.
Yeah, you can.
Exactly. So if a girl has been raised as a Christian or a Muslim, you can't have premarital sex. And she said something that I was going to speak to. For men, if a man is dating you and they've not had sex with you yet, they don't have you. It is so you can see that for the girls, they only begin to say, "Where are we?" when they've had the sex. When they have the sex,
What are we?
It's true. Because
what are we?
What are we now?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Because when you haven't, you don't feel you owe the person. You don't feel the person has anything over you. True.
Exactly. So we need to find out, where are they? Have they done the do? Because if she takes off her clothes and
bears herself
and bears herself at that vulnerable moment for you to.
That's the height of
it means there is
vulnerability
something happening there. What you are saying. So if for a year she's not saying she's dating Christ or for the apostles of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but you are still not getting it, and you are a secular man like me, and you are still not getting it, then you should run away.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the second letter.
Kudos. Remember what I told you. Whenever you face a challenge, never chicken pout.
Just eat the chicken.
Use Kivo 100% natural 3-in-1 mix of ginger, garlic, and onion powder for steaming all your delicious meat, fish, and chicken, and also good for stews and soups. No salt, no MSG, no preservatives. It's 100% natural 3-in-1 mix.
I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 100% natural ginger, garlic, and onion powder. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, welcome back. It's still Sister, or today's Sister Brother right here on Channel 1 TV. And if you are listening, it's on 97.3 City FM. The sisters and brother are still, going on some conversations from the first letter that we just read. But we have a second letter, so let's just get straight into it. Dear sisters and brother, I'm writing to you with something that has been weighing on my mind. I've been with my partner for some time now, and truthfully, I care about her deeply. But lately, I feel pressure, not necessarily from her, but from society and those around us. Everyone seems to have a timeline for what should come next. First, it was, when are you making it official? Then it became, when are you getting married? Now it's, when will you have babies? The truth is, real and lasting relationships don't follow a script. I believe every couple has their own rhythm, their own timing, and their own way of growing together. But sometimes I catch myself doubting. Am I moving too slowly? Am I holding her back from what she might want? Or am I letting society's milestone dictate what should be a very personal journey? I worry because I don't want to lose her, but I also don't want us to build something rushed just to tick boxes that others have set for us. Sisters, how do I navigate this? How do I balance love, personal timing, and the noise from society without letting the pressure break something beautiful? I'm a worried man. Hi. Ajovi, I'm going to start with you. How can we help this worried man?
We are all on different journeys.
Right.
Our journeys are different. And I'm not sure, or I can't really relate to when people say that, oh, societal pressure, family pressure, friends pressure, and all that. I can't really relate, because right from get-go, I have a mind of my own. I know exactly what I want, how I want it, how I want to go about it. But unfortunately, not all of us are like that, so I can understand. But if you were my brother, I would say that your journey is different. We are all, on different journeys. We all have different paths. You shouldn't listen to what someone else wants for your relationship. At the end of the day, it's your relationship. I think what you should concern yourself with rather should be what your partner wants as well. So then, if that's the case, I think you should have a conversation with your partner. Get to find out what she also wants. Does she think that you're moving slowly? Does she like the pace of things? Does she have a timeline she wants to meet when it comes to marriage or, going a step further in your relationship? I think that should concern you, but not what society wants. Because if you rush into marriage, society, we always have something to say. If you rush into marriage, we are not going to pay for your wedding. We are not going to take care of your home. We are not going to impregnate your wife for you. And even when you get married, we'll ask you when you're having a baby. When you have a first baby, we'll ask you when the second one is coming. You know, society always has something to say. You should come to the point where you have a strong mindset and say, this is what we want. And this is the direction we are moving towards. You should focus on what works for the two of you. If your partner thinks you're moving slow, then you can, you know, at least another conversation. What do I want? Where do I want to get to before I take this next step? Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you are, or you just don't know it, that you're ready. So that conversation with your partner will actually give you a fair idea of what it is you want or where you think you are. Let's just say maybe you don't know whether you're ready or you're not ready, or even what you want in this case. But one thing is clear. You're obviously in love with your partner, right? That I don't sense any shaking opinion about it in this letter. So I think that the first thing for me would be have a conversation with your partner, figure out what it is both of you want, and then you move on from there. But it shouldn't be what society wants. Society should not come into your story at all.
Right. Rosie?
Okay, I share a slightly different opinion. When it comes to society, when it comes to relationships, it is not just random people. Normally, the society we talk about, when it comes to those who are poking their nose into our relationships, are people who are actually very close to us.
Like family?
The family, friends, associates, and things like that. Now, most of the time, when that society is talking, it is not from empty space. Now, when I look at the way he has narrated the story, he's spoken about partner for so many years. Everything is moving on well. People are telling them, when will you make it official? When will you do this? When will you do that? And then he says something, everything is fine. You know, there are times when one party thinks everything is fine because there is peace. One party thinks everything is fine because there is no direct confrontation, there's no direct argument. So because there is peace, everything is running, you think everything is fine. For all you know, that pressure from the society is coming from the other party who is not fine, but doesn't want to turbulence the waters. Is that a good language? Is that a correct language? Doesn't want to, you know, ruffle feathers. Because having that conversation, especially when it is not welcomed, might just displace things. Because he is at a point where he doesn't want to feel pressure to do things. Maybe she is at a point where she is pressured to do the things, but she knows that the kind of person you are, the pressure, if she brings it to you, it will not work. So she'll use people like even your own mother, your siblings, your close friends, to be dropping it in his ear if he doesn't know where you are going. And it happens a lot. So I welcome the conversation. But that conversation, he can only get an honest response dependent on the kind of temperament he has, the kind of person he is. Then when he welcomes that conversation, the woman may be able to open up. But if he's the kind of person that he has designed his life, I don't want pressure. When I'm ready to do it, we'll do it. I've told you I love you. The whole world knows that you are mine. We've been living together in harmony. We've been doing things together. There's really no real reason why we should get married now. What's the pressure? What's the rush? You know, there are people who are just like that. It's through no fault of theirs. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love her. He loves her and all that, but just that he is not ready. But his stature and his aura and the energy he's giving, it's very difficult for the woman to also come and say, honestly, this is what I want.
Then how are you going to marry the person?
Exactly, I'm coming to that. You know, this is what I want. Then, beyond that conversation comes the conversation of if the two of you are really, honestly suited for each other. Because when it comes to relationships, you want to be able to speak your mind, be able to articulate clearly your wants, your desires, your fears, you know, even things that you like. You want to be able to articulate it, you understand? So if you're in a situation where you can't really say what you want, then it's an issue. But because he is the one sending the message, I can't tell him that he should be willing to act, because it looks like he is able to articulate where he is and what he wants. So it's very difficult for me to say that, because to him. So he now has that responsibility of coming down to his woman's level to find out exactly what he wants. But my only ask is that...
What she wants.
What she wants, yes. But my only ask of him is that in doing that, don't go with your preconceived, like, oh,
everything is fine.
Everything is fine. You know, we're on our pace. We are on our own timeline. This is what we are doing. For all you know, I'm just saying, for all you know, these comments are coming from her through others to you. Because that societal pressure, to be honest, is in our 18.
All right.
I mean,
yeah. Ocham, what do you think?
So for me, I have come to see that when the society is giving a man pressure to marry, it is a compliment. Because if you don't have a good job,
they're not there.
if you don't have your own small apartment, either you are renting or living in, and you are not consistent with mature activities, nobody will come and tell you that when are you getting married. Never. It is rather the female that when society asks you when are you getting married, then they are giving you undue pressure.
Yeah.
So if he's a man and he's shown through his activities that he's responsible and the society is asking him when are you getting married, then maybe he's doing something wrong. I have this gentleman in our music industry, very popular. He lives in his own house. He's made a lot of money, but he doesn't want to marry his fiancée. And every time I go to him, I say, Nana, when are you married? He said, okay, we are married. Plus, I do not believe in the society's concept of marriage. So me, I'm not going to marry my woman, but we are going to sit down, because I don't believe in it. Even though I know that he can just tick the box for the society, for everyone to live well. The mother has been calling me, come and talk to your brother, this, but he doesn't believe that if he meets a woman that he's crazy about, he should go to court and sign his legal things away. He says it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. A lot of people are still like that.
Yes, he says it doesn't make sense. So, has he communicated whatever it is that he is doing with the lady?
With the lady, yes.
If the lady is in on it, then forget society. I remember the day I got married, GTV came to Kumasi to video my engagement. And they took me to a place at Kumasi Sports Stadium to interview my wife and I. And they asked me, why are you getting married? And I said, I'm getting married because this is my best friend and I can't get enough of her. And people have been speaking because our courtship was very short, only 4 years.
4 years is only.
A degree course. So I'm telling you, if the society had not given us pressure, there was no way we were going to get married. Because we loved each other, we were certain that we were not going to hurt each other. We didn't need witnesses to our people or signing of a document to sort of accreditize what we were doing. You know, so the woman is asking why, and then I said, they asked, did you marry Kwame? He said, because he's my best friend. The woman said, no, you are married because you want to do the right thing. You are married because the blessing of the marriage is the children. And we're like, my wife doesn't want to have children. She wants to finish law school, make money, and travel the world with a funky musician. So you can see that the society has its own precepts of what is good for everyone. It's functional. It gives pressure, but it is for purposes of continuity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will destroy the foundation of its pillars. And then there will be haywire. You know, so I tell my children all the time, the most dangerous thing I've come to know in all my 50 years on life is public opinion. 99% of the things that society like, they are bad. 99%. If the society, if everyone is looking this direction, it means it's a dangerous direction.
True.
You know, however, you have to be firm. If you have already become so successful or mature that people think that you have the power and the responsibility to take on a woman and children, then you have to be firm to tell these people that these are my terms. Please leave me alone.
Exactly.
True.
They will leave you alone.
Yeah. And just to speak to something Rosie said, I think that for me, I think it's sad to be with somebody that, if I want to communicate something that has to
that
do
one
with,
is strikes. Everybody knows that.
Emotionally,
Yes.
right? I have to go to other people
Somebody.
like my
It
mom,
strikes.
like his mom. I think that's sad. That's why we have a lot of weird marriages these days. Issues that you can actually sit as a couple, forget his temperaments. Forget it. That has nothing to do with you. The focus is the problem. Just as we say that when there's an issue, the issue is not the other human being.
No,
it's
the
the
issue.
problem.
Yeah.
So you come together and try to resolve the issue. Your temperament has nothing to do with me. We are trying to resolve the issue. It's either you're willing for us to, at least I've spoken up. If I have to talk to my friend, your sister, your father, then I'm not ready for marriage. I'm not mature enough for marriage.
That is not the problem.
There's a classic story where somebody was telling me how the elder sister had to call him to talk about how the husband doesn't sleep with her and all that. And then, unfortunately, the person too went and called the two of them, sat them together. I was like, your wife said you don't do this. And I'm like, that's quite sad. That's really serious.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying, that for me, I'm only giving reasons why there could be. And the fact that it's the man who is sending the message. If it's the woman who is sending the message, then the approach would be different, because your advice is to the woman who is saying, this advice is to the man. So she should know that maybe he's not open enough for the woman to speak. But if it's the woman, I'll tell the woman, look, listen, if this is what you really want, why don't you go for it?
Anyway, we have some comments here. Kofa Wanda is saying, I really empathize with you. It's not easy at all. Agnes is saying, your problem is fear. Bro, she's available, so you don't feel the need to commit. Ooh. But have you thought about how your woman feels? That's what she said. And Poma Ama is saying, pray to God for guidance, dear brother. You can never please society. So as long as you love your wife, keep being yourself and let God lead. Peter is saying, have a deep heart-to-heart conversation with her. It may seem scary, but an honest talk is exactly what you need. Don't let society define the relationship. And I think I agree. Society doesn't need to define. It's about both of you. Yeah, but anyway, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. It's been wonderful having you on the show. It's been exciting having a man's perspective. We don't always say
I know.
this. You know, this is
so
different.
nice.
This is different, you know. But today we had Sister Brother.
Yes.
And it was a very great one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, if you're listening and you're not watching and wondering who is here with us today, we have Ochame Kwame, who's a musician, entrepreneur, an author, and also a brand ambassador, and also Made in Ghana ambassador, all right, here with us. And he's just shared his thoughts with us, and it came with a lot of wisdom, don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice to hear that perspective. And like, oh, wow, this is how the men think.
You've just confirmed to me that I'm normal.
Oh, you are normal.
I'm normal.
Obapa, you are normal.
All right.
You are normal.
And also
The
a very
societies run out.
Yeah, I agree.
and a very big thank you to Ajovi and Rosie. Thank you, sisters, for
welcome,
making
you're
this a
welcome.
possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, I will share my final thoughts.
Kudos. Remember what I told you. Whenever you face a challenge, never chicken pout.
Just eat the chicken.
Use Kivo 100% natural 3-in-1 mix of ginger, garlic, and onion powder for steaming all your delicious meat, fish, and chicken, and also good for stews and soups. No salt, no MSG, no preservatives. It's 100% natural 3-in-1 mix.
I'm a match winner. But the real champion is Kivo 100% natural ginger, garlic, and onion powder. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we've had a very great conversation with the two letters that we had. I want to say a very big thank you once more to Ochame Kwame for joining us today. It's been great, and also it's been nice listening to a male's perspective when it comes to some of the letters that we share. And my final thoughts on both letters. Okay, I'm going to start with the first letter. Clearly, I would want to agree with each and every one of them. I wouldn't say the lady knows exactly what she's doing by keeping the man around. Sometimes it stems from trauma, past trauma. It stems from not wanting to, break down the walls around you. So it's about having a serious conversation and knowing where this person is at. And I agree with Rosie that maybe he should take a step back and see if she will make the step, towards him. But if she doesn't make those steps towards him, then that means probably she's not interested. But just be open-minded about it. Just know that anything can happen. And I'm saying it to the man that sent the letter. Be very open-minded about it, that anything can happen. That you might find out, and you might also realize that this person doesn't actually want me. It might be painful, but definitely you will heal and move past it. Now, with the second letter, with the second letter, this is coming from a man. So I would say speak to your girl or speak to your woman. Because in as much as she might not be saying some of these things, like the things you call societal pressure, in as much as she's not saying it to you, she actually might be thinking them. It actually might has run through her mind. So have a conversation with her and, know where she's at. So you guys can actually have a discussion and make decisions of how to move on. Because honestly, you might think that everything is all right, but it's just all right in your head. It's just all right to you. And you might be a high achieving man, like Rosie said, and sometimes high achieving men don't even know a lot of things that are going around them, or going on around them, or what they call small talks. They might think some things are small talks, but these are things that affect the person with them, and they do not have time for that. So I think sometimes you should get down to her level, have that conversation, and try to understand, because I don't think marriage and having kids and doing this and doing that, sometimes it's bad necessarily, but it's just about people looking out for you. But I don't think it's people forcing you to, but it's just things people expect you to do as you grow, as you become better, as you become more successful. So I don't think it might be a bad thing entirely. It's just about having a conversation and, knowing what you both are into and where you are together. Anyway, thank you for sending in the letters, to all the gentlemen that sent in their letters. And I'm glad that we had a gentleman on the show today. And I'm also hoping that you guys got something out of it. But thank you so much. A very big thank you to Gino also for sponsoring us. Thank you for holding us down always. I mean, when it comes to the best sauces, to the best stews, to the best soups, to the best gravies, and the best rice, and the best omotuo, you gotta thank Gino. You gotta thank Gino always. So thank you, Gino, for holding us down. My name is Kata, and this has been Sister. See you next week, same time, right here.